What's going on, guys? Krahu here, and welcome to my little rundown of the Sony press conference that happened yesterday. Today we will be talking about everything PlayStation 4, everything Sony, and the top 3 games that stood out to me from the conference, as well as some honorable mentions. So hopefully you guys enjoy. I want you especially to leave a comment in the comment section below, because I want to hear you guys out about your experiences with the conference. I also would like to ask you guys if you enjoyed the video, of course, be sure to leave a like. That would help my channel, and without further ado, let's get it started. So, yeah, this isn't scripted, so this is just like any other commentary. So what was the first thing that everybody wanted in the beginning of the conference? Obviously, it was PlayStation 4 news. We wanted to see the design. Hopefully, we wanted to see the design. You know, Sony is very unpredictable. They could have just shown games. They didn't have to show the design, but I feel that they were pressured. So they actually opened up with PlayStation Vita news, and then they moved on to PlayStation 3 very smartly. This was a pretty long conference. It was about, I would guess, close to, hour and 50 minutes, hour and 55 minutes. It started a bit late, but it ended, in a 2-hour time zone. So it was a pretty long conference. So once we got all the PlayStation Vita news out of the way, once we got all the PlayStation 3 news out of the way, we finally were graced with the design of the PS4, and here it is. Here is the design of the PS4. To me, it looks okay. Nothing spectacular. A lot of people say that it looks like Xbox One. I do kind of agree. It looks like a Xbox One if somebody kicked it and it got slanted. That's pretty much how I view it. I like the blue strip. I guess I'm a sucker for everything that's kind of illuminated in a cool way. But the design is okay with me. Kind of reminds me of a bit of PS3 Slim, PS2 mix, if they had a baby that's slanted. Not sure. But that's the design. And here is another view so that you guys can see. So this was absolutely the hot topic of the conference. Everybody wanted to see the design. Everybody wanted to know what will be Sony's answer to Microsoft, and this is it. And seeing as the conference moved on after they finally showcased the console, they talked about social media stuff, they talked about TV. Hey, at some point they had to talk about TV. They had to talk about Netflix and whatever, everything that we heard from Xbox a few weeks ago. They had to somehow fit into this conference, so they did. And finally came time for the biggest announcement of the night. I think this was the main event. I think that this is what's going to make Sony win the console war, really. First of all is the price tag, the price point. It was priced at $399. As God is my witness, I've heard that there might be some leaks, with the price. I saw $399 here and there, but I really did not believe it. I was expecting something in the lines of $499, $599, because that's what you can expect from Sony. They kind of got fucked over by Blu-ray back in 2006 due to the fact that, that technology was expensive, and that's why the PS3 was expensive. That's why Xbox won the console war significantly. Even the PS3 got even beat out by the Wii. So it was Xbox 360 on top, Wii in the middle, or the other way around, and the PS3 on the bottom. And that's just how it was. However, I think that Sony really sat down and listened to the fan feedback, and what better way to capitalize on it than to listen to your rivals, what they're doing, and do the exact opposite. And of course I'm talking about used games. They say that PlayStation 4 supports used games. That was fantastic news. There's no online check-ins, meaning that after 24 hours you're still going to be able to play offline games just like any other. Just like on your PlayStation 3 or PS2 or whatever, going back to the first consoles. You don't have to be connected. You can play offline whenever you want, and you can trade games with your friends. That was really, really important to me, because I don't want to pay a fee. I don't want to have to pay for some key to unlock the game for 30 days if somebody, lets me borrow it. That was really what I think that Microsoft shot itself in the foot with. However, you have to remember, that everything can change. I'm going to talk about Microsoft very soon, either in my next video or 2 videos from now or whatever, and we can compare and contrast 2 consoles. But you know, the price was very important to me. $399 is definitely within my price range to get the PS4, and I guarantee you that was very appealing to a lot of other people. Now I'm pretty sure that the PlayStation Eye is going to cost, you know, around $70-80, so that will jack the price up. But I really don't know many people who utilize the PlayStation Eye. You know, Kinect is required for Xbox One. That's kind of what jacked up the price. We'll see what Sony does. We'll see what Sony does in the future. Remember, there's Gamescom coming up. There's a whole bunch of different events where we will definitely learn, you know, which games are coming out for which console. So that's definitely going to happen in the near future. And of course, we can't forget that PlayStation 4 is coming out, in fact, holiday season 2013, which was, you know, known to everybody. But especially what I want to know is the price of the games, because some sources say they are $99, and I've actually seen that shit on Amazon, and I was scratching my head because some games are $99, some games are $59, and it's really weird. Some games are $99 for the Xbox One, where the same game is $99, excuse me, the other way around. Some games are $99 on the Xbox One, where the same game is $59 on the PS4, and vice versa with other games. So that's kind of rather confusing, so be careful about pre-ordering something you're not sure about. I say wait till the price of the game is finally announced, and then you can get it. But a lot of people are in fact pre-ordering PlayStation 4. So obviously this conference was also about gaming. So here are my top 3 games that stood out to me during this press conference. And I also have obviously honorable mentions. So first one is Killzone Shadowfall. I am a huge Killzone fan. I've put countless hours into Killzone 2. I played in clans, I played competitively. Nothing like MLG, but just, you know, they had an amazing clan system. So Killzone Shadowfall stood out to me immensely. Really enjoyed seeing it again, because this was Sony's strong point. I mean, they are banking on that game to take them, you know, to a next level, because let's not kid ourselves. Killzone looks absolutely fantastic. Hopefully, if you guys get the PlayStation 4, you will also get Killzone Shadowfall, which I believe will be released at the same time with the PlayStation 4. That would be amazing. There was a lot of games that were announced at you know, Q1 in the beginning, spring of 2014, especially Dark Souls 2, which kind of pissed me off because I really wanted to get my hands on Dark Souls 2 earlier, but you know, shit happens. So second game, my second top game that stood out to me was Destiny. As God is my witness, I was not really hyped for that game. I had little to no knowledge about what Bungie was going for. It was from the trailers, it looked okay, but when I actually saw the people playing it, oh my god, for some reason I got a Modern Warfare 2 feeling. Like, I want to get this game. You know, I analyzed it, and I was like, you know, then I rewatched the gameplay again, I rewatched the trailers, and I was like, this can be a really cool game, especially the, you know, online campaign you can play with friends and all that stuff. It could be a real hit. So I hope that Sony and whoever and Bungie supports it, and that everybody can get into it, so that we can have something fresh and new to not only upload but especially play. And of course, my number one game that stood out to me was Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs is a game that I cannot wait for. I am a sucker when it comes to sandbox open world games. I mean, I love myself some Grand Theft Auto. I absolutely love it, and Watch Dogs looks fantastic. You can hack anything. The environments looked awesome. I mean, they recreated the city of Chicago incredibly. I love the dark, you know, atmosphere. You know, it was raining in the trailer. Obviously, it's not gonna rain for the whole fucking game, but I'm just saying, you can hack anything. The amazing visuals when you get into the car. You know, the slow motion thing was cool. You know, a little cheesy because it's overused, but it was cool nonetheless. And just the whole, I guess, idea of the game that you can hack everything with your smartphone just shows how powerful technology can be. So I am absolutely looking forward to Watch Dogs. Now here are some games that are honorable mentions. The Order 1886 looked really cool. Infamous Second Son. And also, because I'm a huge fan of Infamous series. And also Assassin's Creed 4, even though it kind of froze during the conference. So these are my 3 honorable mentions from the conference. I hope that you guys, I don't know, learned something from this video or whatever. And I want you to get involved in the conversation in the comment section below. And also follow me on Twitter for all the updates, you know, as regards to my channel and stuff like that. I will not mention, you know, Call of Duty or Battlefield. These are separate subjects. I really wanted to get out, you know, some other games out there. Call of Duty Ghosts and Battlefield 4, I will obviously make a video about. Obviously, I want to, you know, put my input there because a lot of you asked me, not only through comments, but also through private messages like, hey, Krahu, what do you think of Battlefield 4? Do you think this was scripted? Do you think that was scripted? Do you think this is going to be in a game? Do you think this is going to be in a game? Same thing goes for Call of Duty Ghosts. So absolutely, those are going to be 2 separate videos that I will make very soon. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. This is Krahu, and I've been talking for way too long. Hopefully nothing will go wrong with this video. So that's my take on the Sony conference. If I would have to rate it from, I don't know, 1 out of 10, I would give it a 9 or like a 8.5, but, you know, 8.59. They did have some setbacks, but, you know, those 2 announcements, 399 and the DRM thing, was absolutely, I didn't expect it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to leave a like, follow me on Twitter. See you guys next time.